Live from the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
Hundreds of Tijuana protesters are marching to the border, determined to block traffic. It added to the already backed up weekend travel in Mexico. Good evening, I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. Our 10 News reporter Anthony Pura is at the border where it was a nightmare for drivers.
An already busy weekend commute into Mexico hit an extra snag Friday after protests in Tijuana affected traffic at the border. Our partners at Televisa sent us this video from Tijuana. Groups of female protesters demanding action to stop the rise of violence against women. The anti-femicide movement follows two high-profile deaths of women in Mexico City, including that of a 7-year-old girl. The protesters marched to the border and burnt signs to show their frustration.
¿Por qué? Porque la garita es el paso.
This woman says because the border is a bridge to the outside world, it's the best place to bring attention to what's happening in their country. The protesters blocked several lanes of traffic going in and out of Mexico for nearly a half hour before Mexican officials forced them to move. Drivers on I-5 headed south severely impacted.
They really want the government to do something.
This woman, who didn't want her face shown, lives in Tijuana but works in San Diego County. She says she's been following the protests unfold and supports the movement because it concerns the safety of every woman in Mexico.
I have my nieces, my sisters, one of the girls could be my family, you know?
That was Anthony Pura reporting. Family and friends are grieving the loss of a beloved East County teacher tonight. He passed away suddenly after a freak accident in late January.
Our 10 News anchor Lindsay Pena is in the live center with the heartbreaking details about his death and how he's being remembered. Lindsay.
Yeah, Steve and Kim, this is just a heartbreaking and tragic story. John Beret was a longtime and well-known math instructor in the Grossmont Union High School district. And by all accounts, not only an exceptional educator, but a husband, father, and friend. That is him right there. Now, all over social media, people are grieving and telling stories of how much of an impact he made in their lives. Beret was seriously injured when he was leaving for work early on the morning of January 29th. According to the medical examiner, for some reason, he got out of his car, which was still moving, and became pinned between his car and his wife's. He was rushed to the hospital but suffered a brain injury and died 2 weeks later. Now, according to a statement from the Grossmont Union High School District Superintendent, John worked at the district office as a digital learning coach and the district's math curriculum specialist. Beloved by all who knew him, it was no surprise when he was selected by his students as the Golden Apple Award winner, and his peers named him West Hills High School Teacher of the Year. He went on to attain the prestigious honor of being named one of 5 San Diego County Teachers of the Year. And he began his teaching career back at West Hills School in 1995. Now, back out here in the live center, I want to direct your attention to this West Hills High School alumni page. You can see the details right there of a memorial planned for Beret on March 14th, Pi Day, fitting for this math instructor at the Journey Community Church in La Mesa. Those wishing to attend are asked to wear blue, Beret's favorite color. We are reporting in the Live Center. Lindsay Pena, 10 News.
Lindsay, thank you. Turning now to our weather. Light sprinkles, they're already starting to fall across the county. Our meteorologist Angelica Campos is tracking when we're going to see the heaviest rain moving in this weekend.
That's right, Steve. Lightly, we've seen some of that rain make its way into the county. Some of the showers will continue overnight, but the chance is going to be much better during the day tomorrow. In the morning hours between 8 and early afternoon, all the way through 1 o'clock, we could see periods of light to moderate rainfall. As we take a look at the current conditions and what it's like out there, moisture already streaming across the county. We've seen a few thunderstorms north of San Diego County and south of LA, and moisture will continue increasing overnight before we actually start tracking any of those showers and perhaps even an isolated thunderstorm. As we switch it to Pinpoint Doppler Live, you can see not much is falling yet, but that'll change tomorrow.
Angelica, thank you. To stay on top of the rainy weather this weekend, download the 10 News mobile app. There is a free version available in the App Store. Just search 10 News.
One woman made it her mission to make sure the evacuees quarantined at MCAS Miramar weren't forgotten. Erin Dockery jumped in to gather the donations for the almost 240 evacuees from China. Health and Human Services gave her a list of needs, and the Marine Corps family responded.
We are a community that's familiar with loss, with heartache, with anxiety. We know what transition feels like. We know how it can be stressful.
Dockery received a tidal wave of donations, everything from laundry detergent to letters of encouragement. She says the small gestures helped the evacuees get through the rest of their time at Miramar. 204 people in San Diego County are currently being monitored for coronavirus. Today, the county said those people are at risk because they came in close contact with confirmed cases or traveled to China in the past 2 weeks. San Diego has had 2 confirmed cases of the virus. One has been released, the other is still receiving care.
An Idaho mother remained tight-lipped in court today after being arrested in Hawaii. Her 2 children are still missing and have been since September. Lori Vallow and her new husband moved to Hawaii shortly after her children went missing. Police say they believe the couple are lying about the children's whereabouts. Vallow claims that her son was staying with a friend in Arizona and told friends her daughter died a year ago. Vallow now faces multiple charges and is being held on $5 million bail.
That is good as this news is as bad as it is also, because we still don't have children.
An attorney for the couple has called them loving parents, saying that they look forward to, quote, addressing the allegations once they move past speculation and rumors.
The man who lost his daughter, wife, and sister-in-law in an Encinitas Bluff collapse last year is pushing past his tears to help save others.
Bear with me, please. This is only the second time I've been near the beach.
Dr. Pat Davis stood next to Congressman Mike Levin today for a major announcement. Encinitas and Solana Beach have secured $400,000 federal dollars to help make the coastline safer. Congressman Levin says the money will go toward an engineering project.
The primary purpose of this project is to stabilize tall bluffs that erode due to high-energy storm swells and rising sea levels.
The project is estimated to cost $30 million every 5 to 10 years to carry out.
The memorial ceremony for Kobe Bryant and his daughter will be held Monday morning, and if you don't have a ticket, you are urged to stay away. Police and organizers are trying to minimize the crowds outside the Staples Center. They are encouraging anyone not attending just to watch on TV. No word who will be speaking at the event, which starts Monday morning at 10. Kobe and Gianna Bryant, along with the 7 others who died in that helicopter crash last month, will be honored.
A family in Escondido credits their dog for saving their life while on a hike. But after their dog died, they weren't ready to say goodbye forever.
And our 10 News reporter Matt Boone has the story of how they were able to keep more than just their dog's memory alive.
Come on, buddy. There you go. Your buddy's over here.
Ziggy the dog is like a lot of other labs, exuberant and very curious about our camera.
Whoa, got a nose print on the lens there, bro.
He's David and Alicia Shearhart's second dog.
Just kind of a memory collection of him. We have his ashes here.
Their first lab was Marley, who they had for 12 years. They got Ziggy 5 years later. Their similarities uncanny.
They have the same personality, they play the same, they favor the same toys.
That's because they are the same.
It's like the same technology that Dolly the sheep was cloned with a long time ago.
Yes, Ziggy is a clone of Marley, made possible by a company called Viagen. The family made that decision right after Marley died. To them, he wasn't just a dog. They owed their lives to him.
This was in 2014, and Alicia was about 4 months pregnant.
They were on a hike on Battle Mountain. Alicia was looking for a walking stick.
Suddenly saw Marley dart out in front of me.
Marley sensed something that Alicia did not.
Saw this really big stick, and so I was focused on grabbing that, and I didn't even see the snake until Marley came and was clawing.
A coiled rattlesnake had been right next to the stick, but slithered away when Marley jumped in.
It was just really special.
Now, with their growing family, they were ready to bring Marley back.
It's gone beyond my expectations as far as what Ziggy would be.
Viagen's website lists the cost as $50,000. For the Shearharts, it's a small price to pay to give life to a dog and save theirs.
I just couldn't think of any better way to do that, to have, over, their years growing up, to have Ziggy around.
In Escondido, Matt Boone, 10 News.
And a spokesperson for the cloning company says they currently have a 1-year waiting list for families who want to clone their cat or their dog.
Ziggy's a cutie.
Sweetheart.
For sure.